Larson a year ago watched the race from North Carolina. Today, he's a Cup Series champion.
Oh my God, guys! Yes!
Hey race fans, welcome to Backseat Drivers. Here at Phoenix Raceway, we have officially crowned a champion, and now we're going to break it all down for you. I'm Alex Weaver, joined by my resident analyst, Mamba Smith. Welcome to Phoenix. We can officially say the season is over. We have welcome to the off season.
You know what? The off season feels like good weather. I like the start. Phoenix weather at night is nice. Here we are.
At night. It was a little hot during the day.
It was.
Kyle Larson, the number 5, gonna have a long night celebrating.
Didn't we pick him?
Thank you, Mamba. I wasn't going to bring it up, but we did pick him. Me on the first episode. You were not a part of the crew yet, but
True.
You picked him when you came in. So
Yeah.
we look smart.
Yeah,
Surprised that the number 5 of Kyle Larson is standing here with a championship trophy?
Absolutely not. I thought the only person that could really fight him was the 12. 12 didn't get there. It was the 5s to lose. But at the same time, the 19 really gave him a run. And early on in the day, the 9 gave him a run. He had to win it. The team had to win it. It was a really great team win, and I'm really proud of what they put on for a performance.
Tricky question for you. Best car out of the championship 4. Who had the car to beat? Was it Larson in the 5?
Okay, so it's like a partial answer. Yes.
Oh, we're doing this again.
No, yeah, but listen, I'm not Jeff Burton in it. Steve Letarte, don't get mad at me. The long run was the Gibbs cars, for sure. But long run being 35, 40 laps, that's when they started getting really strong. So it wasn't like he wasn't good on the long run, it just wasn't the whole run. He did fall back. I think it had more to do with a little bit of that damage that he got on the right rear from Chase Elliott coming down the backstretch there. That didn't hurt him.
Yeah, well, we happened to catch up with the runner-up driver, the 19 of Martin Truex Jr., who was 1 place short of hoisting that championship trophy.
We just got beat on pit road. Plain and simple, we had a bad stop. So hard to overcome that. It seemed like whoever got out front was really fast for 30 laps, 20, 30 laps, and that's all we had left. I needed more time to have a chance. But that's the way it goes. The guys did a great job with a great race car, great season, and just hurts to finish second for the 3rd time.
I know that the 19 was so dominant back here in March. Did the car still feel the same now that you brought it a second time?
I think everybody just stepped it up. It's a championship race. Everybody brings all they got, and we brought a great race car as well. Just didn't work our way. It just didn't go the way we needed it to. We needed the lead at the end. When we had it, we were gone. When we didn't, it was over. So clean air was king.
Well, another member that has been covering the race weekend all weekend long from NBC Sports, Nate Ryan. Nate, we hear the sound from Martin Truex Jr. I know he is frustrated at coming up second. They had the long-run car, but what would it have taken for MTJ to make it to victory lane?
That final caution not coming out. If that doesn't happen, then I think Martin Truex Jr. does win his 2nd championship. It fell right into their hands. His crew chief, James Small, used some very colorful language for an Australian that I'm not going to share here. Yeah, he's an Aussie. It's translatable. You can go Google it. But essentially he said when they pitted under green right before the caution came out, second to last caution, and they cycled into the lead, that seemed like the break that was going to win them the race in the championship. But I did ask Truex about it afterward, and Truex said it was too far from the end of the race. At that point, they still had, I think, 60 laps to go. And he just knew, as he put it, something stupid was going to happen. A back marker was going to wreck, a part was going to fall off the car, and that's exactly what happened, and it cost him a championship.
Well, Mamba, I know Martin Truex Jr. basically said that, just like Nate just said, he lost it on pit road. You agree?
Yeah, look, they had the long-run car. We were talking about it earlier. They were going to outlast the rest of the championship guys, and the caution comes out, come down pit road. All right, guys, we got to hit it. Well, I don't think the 19 lost it as much as the 5 took it. You know what I mean? They did everything they had to do. They came out second on pit road. If they had the number 1 spot, we're probably talking about a different situation because I think Martin could have battled the 5 to keep him out. You know what I mean? But it is unfortunate for Martin. It was a great race, a great effort. They should have nothing to hang their heads about, honestly.
Well, he does have a championship, and I know Martin will maybe go after a second one sometime soon. Well, Chase Elliott is the reigning champ for the NASCAR Cup Series. The 2020 champion did not have the result that he had last season. Let's hear what Chase had to say about his car at the end of the race.
happy for Kyle and Cliff. He had a great season, and when you have good people and a good driver, and they make good decisions, you should be rewarded for it, and they were. So proud of that from a Hendrick Motorsports side. Obviously proud of our team too. I thought we had a really good game plan coming into the day. I thought we had a really good car. Things didn't work out for us, unfortunately. But we'll try to be stronger next year. Come back and try to put ourselves in another position like this. This is it's tough to get here. First off, and if you do, anything's on the table. So we'll think about how to be better and try to come back stronger.
The whole Champ 4 was consistently up front, 1, 2, 3, 4 throughout the whole entire race. I know that the battling with the teammate there, it's what you would expect when it comes down to a championship, but all 4 were contention, so you were right when you said that there really wasn't a threat between these two. So next effort?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like anybody had a shot, and especially when you have a caution with 20, 25 to go. I mean, whoever gets off pit road first, unless you just really destroy yourself on the restart, you're going to be in a really good position. Just not a lot of laps to let your car fall off and then see the difference in guys who are better on the long run. But like I said, proud of our team. I felt like we had a good game plan, had a really solid day, just off a little bit there at the end.
All right, Mamba, so the 9, a little bit different of a story. The only one that didn't have issues in pre-race inspection, and that was the flip side of last season. He started from the rear last season, managed to get it done and win the championship, but not so lucky this season.
I mean, they again, he didn't win a race on the oval all year. And, well, I don't even know what to say about that when the champ comes through. It smells like...
It's Gatorade.
It's Gatorade. It's fine. I'll charge her my dry cleaning later on. Tastes good. Tastes like victory.
All right.
Yeah.
You collect yourself. Nate, I know we expected the 9 to be not the championship favorite, but to be a dominant force in this race. I know not the end result that Chase wanted. What could he have done that would have propelled to a different result?
Maybe not flare out the fender of the guy who just threw water on Mamba here, because I think that made a huge difference in the race when Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott were racing for the lead about midway through. Elliott hits Larson in the right rear and the fender flares out. That gave Larson a downforce advantage, and I think he certainly was able to use that edge throughout the race. I don't necessarily think it was the overriding factor that won him this race, but it certainly kept him up toward the front. And then, Chase, he kind of scrubbed the wall a little bit toward the end. I think he gave it everything he had. He just didn't quite have the lights-out car that he had when he won the 2020 championship last year.
Well, to your point, right, when that damage happened, the 5, I can't even
His
take
whole
myself
face is wet, guys.
The 5 was struggling so hard, like I'm struggling right now. The 5 was struggling for a grip off.
Right.
And that really helped the side force. So now Kyle can use more throttle and yaw it out a little bit more, and that definitely matters because that's an adjustment they didn't have.
Yeah. And when you talk about a guy who has world-class car control like Kyle Larson, and now suddenly he doesn't have to worry about his car getting too free or too loose, that's like an unbelievable edge to a really great driver.
Well, on the flip side of the celebration is going to be the storyline that continues for the number 11 of Denny Hamlin. Unfortunately, still does not have that championship trophy. Here's what Denny had to say on his mindset about not claiming the championship title.
There's just nothing else I could have done. There's nothing else. I drove as hard as I could every lap. I didn't have the speed for the first 20. It was evident in a lot of the restarts we had. There was actually overachieved in quite a few, but that was it. And so I have to live with the result because I can't change it. So I mean, disappointed, absolutely, for sure. But I knew kind of going into today that I was going to need the race to go a certain way. If it goes the way it did last year, goes green out, we're probably winning. So, but it didn't. We knew that our percentage was low, and that was the case. Many of these races come down to green white checkers or shootouts at the end, and that just wasn't our strength and hasn't been ever.
All right, I'm going to ask the question. I know people are going to be like, man, we're so tired of hearing about this. Nate, does the 11 of Denny Hamlin ever win a championship?
I want to say yes because I root for storylines. I'm not rooting for Denny Hamlin, the driver, but I like good storylines, and I think that it would be nice if he was able to finally win a title. But I asked him exactly that, Alex, in the media center afterward, and the way he framed it is, look, this was our third straight appearance in the championship round, our fourth overall, and this was the last time with this Gen 6 car. And next year, total reset, Control-Alt-Delete, everything changes. And I heard a little bit of, maybe not resignation in Denny Hamlin's voice, but I did hear I can't sit here and tell you in good faith that we're going to be exactly as good next year as we were the last 3 years, because the entire garage is going to be turned on its head next year. So I hate to give you the mealy mouth answer.
No.
I want him to win another championship, but I don't think you can base it off what's happened in recent history.
Well, I know that Denny has had the personality this season. He's been very opinionated and spicy, and this seemed like a possibility that it might be Denny's year, just based off of how he's performed under pressure and what his season has looked like. Same spicy Denny next season? Does he tame it a little bit?
Yeah, he's still going to be in those team owner council meetings. He's still going to be, I think, like giving it to Steve Phelps and other NASCAR leadership a little bit. He's still going to have Michael Jordan as his co-owner, and I think that gives him a significant amount of juice.
Some positive things for Denny. I know 2311 has been a project of his all season long too, but he's also gotten wins this season. Denny Hamlin, championship, yes or no?
He might be this generation's Mark Martin, honestly. He might. And I love Mark Martin, and that is not a slight on anyone's career, on anyone's resume. He's a winner, a bona fide winner, and he's going to win races every year just like Mark Martin did. But that doesn't mean they're going to win. You always think that they're going to, like, oh, they're right there, they're going to win the championship. Some guys just don't, and that's just part of it. I'd love to say he's going to, because I feel like at this point, this close calls, like you just are like, I want you to get it, right? It's like Daniel Hemrick this weekend. I want you to get it. He gets it in dramatic fashion. Denny, I don't know. And to your point with that new car, we don't know. You might as well throw every team up in the sky and just, pick one, because it's not going to be a week-to-week. It's a week-to-week thing. It's not going to be like, oh, these guys are good during the summer. These guys are good at these tracks. It's going to be like, oh, no, they were good this week, but they're not even going to know why they were good this week. Right. They have no idea. They're going off of nothing. So it's got a tough deal for Denny. I think they could come out and be on fire and win the whole thing. They could win all races. Who knows?
Still spicy Denny next season? Does that change?
I think he's even more salty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's more salty.
Is that possible?
Yeah, I think so. I think that Denny is like, now it's like, God, like, what do I got to do? He's like, this was it. He came in here with so much swag. Like, it was like, the drip was almost as good as mine right now, but not quite. But, he just had the confidence. And Gabe Hart had him, I feel like, locked in. Everything that he had going on this year, and he was locked in. So I think he's going to be a little upset. And I think he should lean into that. Angry drivers are fast drivers.
All right, Kyle, we're here at Phoenix Raceway. It's official. You are the champion for the 2021 season. I know you've been doing media and been talking to fans and working your way through all the necessary media afterwards, but has it kicked in yet? You're champion?
I think it's getting closer, but I don't know. I just did my last interview. It's like I feel like the last year and a half or 2 years, it feels like I'm trapped in some sort of dream, with everything that's gone on and then all the good things and bad things and whatever. So I'm waiting to wake up and it not be real. So just trying to enjoy it, and this is, it's just crazy.
Well, you told me on Championship 4 Media Day, that was, 5 days ago, that you didn't even know if you were going to be in a ride this season. Talk about a journey coming full circle, and now you're sitting here as the champion. Yeah,
definitely a roller coaster. I remember when everything happened in March or April, whatever it was, Jeff Gordon called me to lend me some support, and he's like, man, just get right, buckle up. It's going to be a roller coaster. And he was right. I've had a lot of highs and lows, and I didn't think that I would be a Cup Series driver 16 months ago or whatever it was. So definitely didn't think I was going to be a champion in the Cup Series. It's just a wild journey, and thankful for the second chance that Rick Hendrick and everybody NASCAR has given me, and glad that I'm able to enjoy it.
10 wins. It's the first time that anybody's done it since Jimmy Johnson in 2007. Wow. What has it been about this team that you guys were not only able to accomplish a championship, but you have been the dominant car all season long?
Yeah, I just think it's really a great group of people. All the men and women at the Hendrick Motorsports shop, not only on the 5-car, but everybody that works there has a big part in all of us having success. So it was a great season, and yes, we would hope to do better next year. I know it'll be tough. I think my goal would be to surpass Jeff's win total in the season. I think he had 13 one year, so would like to beat that, but that'll be, I mean, close to impossible. I feel like we could have done it, times this year, but yeah, set your goals high and hopefully you can exceed them.
For more of that interview and sit down with Kyle Larson, make sure and tune in to NASCAR's YouTube page. You can find it there. It's going to be a good one. So Nate, I know that we have to look at the champion. Where will this stack up in the terms of best season for a driver?
Yeah, I mean, not just NASCAR, but globally. I mean, we think about, he also won the Chili Bowl this year. He won the Knoxville Nationals, which is sprint car drivers from around the globe come to Iowa, and he beat all of them just while moonlighting from this, which everybody knows this is the toughest motorsport series in America. And so for him to win the championship here, there's not much left for him to prove this year. I think now what's interesting is, where does he turn next? Because, you just said, Alex, I mean, all this guy wants to do, he lives to race. I mean, whether it's Phoenix Raceway or Millbridge or, running go-karts, New Zealand, no matter where he is, he's going to want to win.
All right, where does this rank as one of the all-time great seasons?
I like what Nate just said, like that. I didn't really think about it, but he's right. Like, Kyle is a floater, is a racing floater. He just
loves to race. He is a
plugs
racer.
himself in and is like, oh, there's a race there? How far is that away? Can I drive? Okay, we're going. And I don't know, I think it's at the top, towards the top. Like, he's won so many marquee events this year. Sprint cars, dirt late models, obviously in the Cup Series. I don't really know. I think it's crazy to me, too, because he's what everyone thought he was going to be when he hit the scene. Yeah. Like, I got to work with Kyle in the K&N Series, and we won a championship there together. And, like, he was that good. And it was like, where's he going to go? And he ended up at, like, Turner Scott, right? And they were, like, good, but they weren't great. And then he goes to Chip Ganassi, and they were good, but they weren't great. And now he goes to Hendrick, where they're great. And he's at the top of his game. It's like scary for the rest of the field.
And honestly, I think what's cool is you can speak to this, Mamba, as a former NASCAR team member. I mean, what was great about Kyle Larson today winning the championship was it was the team that did it. The team is the whole reason that he is the 2021 champion. They won him the title with that final pit stop. They got him out front. So as much as we talk about Kyle Larson just being like this all-world driver, what's great is today it was all about Hendrick Motorsports. That's the reason he's a champion this year.
And tip of the cap to Mr. H, because he realized that Kyle has a passion for other forms of racing. That was new to Hendrick. They never allowed their drivers to go race like that. Yeah. Kyle comes here, they work it out to where Kyle gets to do that, and now Chase is doing it. Now Alex is doing it. If you don't think that more seat time, no matter what kind of seat time, doesn't matter, I give you the 2021 season and Kyle Larson.
All right, well, Kyle Larson is our 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Before we go and end the show here with the three of us out at Phoenix Raceway, let's give some season ratings. Quick answer, let's just do a letter grade. So, Nate, I'm starting with you. Denny Hamlin, rate his season.
B-.
Okay. Rate Denny Hamlin's season.
B+.
B+. All right, in the B's. The 9 of Chase Elliott, Nate.
B+.
No, that's my B-.
Okay.
He didn't win on an oval. Okay, like that bothers me. That gets to me.
All right, we need to win on an oval to get a B+. And last of the runner-up drivers, I guess, for the championship for Martin Truex Jr. in the 19. Nate.
I'll go A-.
Okay.
Yeah, he won a bunch of races. A- is fair.
All right, and then our champion, man, this is hard to give anything other than like an A++++++.
Yeah, how many pluses are we going with? You guys are the.
Isn't there like an infinity mark that we can just put next to the plus and let it run forever on this whole entire season?
All right, well, I appreciate you both joining me. I know it's been a busy weekend out at Phoenix. Mamba, for the final time, we can say we enjoyed a Backseat Drivers episode. We picked the champion. I'm going to just keep reiterating that. For everybody that has tuned in all season long, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. And to end the episode, in the words of Chase Elliott, I hope everybody has a very merry off season and a happy Christmas. Thanks for tuning in to Backseat Drivers.